And Chevy Blazer is the SUV that has it all. Hurry in for the red tag sale at your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers and lease a 2024 Blazer 2LT front-wheel drive for just $289 a month for 24 months. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com. Leases for a 2024 Blazer 2LT front-wheel drive for 24 months, 10,000 miles per year. For well-qualified GM employees, retirees, and eligible family members with a current lease of a 2018 model year or newer Chevrolet. 529 due at lease signing after all offers plus title tax and dock fees. No security deposit. Program subject to change without notice and certain restrictions may apply. Offer expires January 2nd, 2024.
Michigan Auto Law. Auto accident attorneys. Visit Autolaw.com.
Hey, Dr. Portrayal.
I didn't see it coming. Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. The mortgage, car payments, and all the other bills. Even things like our annual summer vacation would be out of reach. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. I knew it was time to stop putting it off and get life insurance right now. I got on my computer and went to ethoslife.com. In just 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected. Thanks to Ethos, my family won't have to worry about the bills if the unpredictable happens to me.
Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's GETETHOS.com. This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Mike Papero of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, call 877-734-2200.
Congratulations to the new NFC North Division champions, the 2023 Detroit Lions.
Biggest event in Detroit since. Stoney, I mean, Lions playoff game at home, biggest sporting event in Detroit since when?
Well, it's got to be the Michigan-Ohio State game this year and 2 years before that.
Okay, if we take college out and we say, because some people aren't Michigan fans, some people aren't State fans, everybody's Detroit fans.
Michigan State NCAA game at Little Caesars. It's got to be since...
Like a Red Wing playoff game, or you got to go all the way back to the World Series?
Red Wing playoff games... They were big, but
not this big.
No.
So it's a World Series game.
Or a Tiger playoffs.
Like ALCS 2013.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's about 10 years.
It's been a decade. Okay, we can say that.
So then, I know some people are surprised when we bring up the ticket prices that are already coming out for this Lions playoff game. Date not set. $500 to get into the nosebleeds in the upper bowl.
Right.
You're spending north of $1,000 if you want to sit anywhere nice. I made the comparison to Taylor Swift just because it was the last kind of mega show that took the area by storm. It's kind of the same deal with prices. People are paying $1,000 a seat to go see Taylor Swift.
I know.
And she's been here a few times. Stoney, the last time the Lions had a home playoff game was 30 years ago. You're in your 30s. I'm a year old, not even a year old. I mean, this is a long time coming, so I'm not surprised that people are willing to pay $500 just to get in.
By the way, just to wet your whistle, W-H-E-T.
Yeah.
If for some reason the Lions would, win 2 games and somehow the other teams lose and would host that NFC Championship game.
You got pricing?
Yeah. Cheapest ticket right now is $915 for the NFC Championship. Upper bowl.
That kind of feels like the peak because the Super Bowl isn't like real life. Real people can't afford to go to the Super Bowl. It feels like an NFC title is the pinnacle of what you can see. You can see your team go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but if you want to sit the 50-yard line for the NFC Championship game, the cheapest seat is $3,800.
Oh, okay.
And that's going to go through the roof if that actually comes down the week of. I mean, that's unprecedented territory.
This section 106, row 36, $8,200.
I really wonder if the Lions ever went to the Super Bowl winning a home game, the NFC Championship game, that the fans would storm the field. You don't see it in pro sports really anymore in the NFL. I don't know. The emotions might boil over to that point.
It depends. All right, we have some ticket text.
Home field is fans are so close in some of those places that how could you contain people that would want to do it?
Do the Philly.
They did do it when the Panthers went to the whatever the USFL championship game was.
Yes,
remember?
that's true.
If you've ever watched that footage, by the way,
It's
it is
great.
on YouTube, and it's ridiculous. Actually,
Maybe-
the clock hadn't even ran out, and there were fans on the field.
Maybe they would do the Philly thing and have police on horseback. All right. I am in section 100 right above the tunnel. Face value for my seats was $392 total for 2 tickets. All right. Almost $200 a ticket.
Okay.
I would not sell. Just can't see giving up this opportunity. That's from Bill. I have 4 in the end zone, 200 level. I'm using 2, selling the other 2. I got $1,000 each. In comparison, the Lions are selling seats for almost the same price in the very back of the 300 level.
That seems like the right thing to do if you got 4, unless you're with a group of 4 that have stuck it out together. You sell 2, you go with your buddy, your son, your dad, your friend, your spouse, whoever, and then you sell the other 2.
Why pay all that money when some passing team will come into Ford Field and Aaron Glennon will blow it? Okay? I'm going by myself. I'm going to meet up with some friends, but I'm the only one going into the stadium. Let's go spend $500. Brian the mailman.
Respect it.
If you pay for all 3 and they don't play, it goes towards your season ticket balance for next year. 30, that's, of course, but we're talking about, the secondary market. The tickets are more expensive, and yes, they do give you refunds, unless you find somebody who's scamming. 37-year season ticket holder who would sell playoff tickets for $1,400 each. Face is $732 for both club seats. So basically doubling.
Yeah.
Crazy prices. I would never pay that much. You get a much better view watching it at home. You do. You get the,
Oh, I think the at-home experience is great.
It is.
I think, though, live sports in an environment, a regular season game, playoff game is a different animal.
I mean, the environment, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing for some people. I mean, especially there for 30 years, it's going to be louder than it's ever been. It really is. Like, I remember that back
We
when I
used to
went
take
to the
this
Cowboy
way
playoff game in 91.
going to
Silverdome was just different.
when Carrie and Dan lived in Madison Heights.
Remember sports
with
memories
the
as
Queen
a kid,
Bee.
Like, let's say 5 years old. Maybe you have some vague memories.
Except
from
we went
5 years old.
straight to
You're
Elizabeth
35
Lake.
years old. You may have a mortgage and a wife and kids, and you've never seen this.
Right.
Yes, if people pay this to go see concerts all the time.
Correct.
This is the biggest event in 10 years.
No doubt. And when you're paying that much money for a concert, sometimes your seats are upper bowl as well.
Correct.
And basically, you're just watching a huge television screen.
Yeah.
If I was younger, I absolutely would pay $500 to see a home playoff game. Now that I'm in my 50s, I have a big screen, TV, comfortable couch, and a full fridge of beer. You could sell them and it would pay for your season tickets and then some. That's from Dan.
Yeah.
Yes, but if you're going to go through the season ticket experience, don't you want to be there for the playoffs game?
Well, how much of this, too, if they had the 2 seed, you may get 2 games. And is there a different calculus there?
Oh, yeah.
You sell the first round and go to the second round.
That's why I said if you actually get to the NFC Championship game at home, it's the people who have sat and said they wouldn't pay this that would start saying, I'm going to pay this because I have a chance to see something that's ever happened. I also say to the 50-year-old texter there, I wonder about the crowd who has stopped going to games. We hear that a lot about, I say, I got my TV, I got my man cave or my garage, and I do it that way. And I love watching on TV. I like the TV perspective, actually. Mm-hmm. But one thing I've learned over the last 3 to 4 years with going with my kids now that they're getting more into this and stuff, you forget how much fun it is to be in attendance. When you haven't been in attendance really that much over time. I mean, I laid it down in 2003. Stoney knows this. I refused to buy a Lions ticket.
Right.
I was one of those people. I absolutely would not pay to go. So the only way I would go is if somebody offered me tickets or offered to take me and stuff. Now, obviously, I would again. And I've been to 1 game each of the last 3 seasons. That place is so much fun.
Yeah. And you forget your experience when you were a kid. And the anticipation. I remember, and people don't know where this is, even regular season games when I was a kid, for the Flyers and the Sixers, you'd go over the Penrose Bridge and then you'd see the Spectrum. We're almost there, Dad. It was unbelievable.
They do that when we go over the River Rouge.
Right, I'm sure.
It's like, it's just great. You forget that. And if there's somebody that is not taking your kids to games because you want to sit home and watch, take them to a game once in a while.
Yes.
I'm not saying to drop 500 pounds here.
No.
I'm getting off topic, but don't. It's when I went to that game in '91, there was nothing like that.
I know. It was unbelievable. That place, I mean, the loudest I ever remember the Silverdome was not that game. The loudest I remember the Silverdome was the game against the Jets where Barry got the 2,000 yards. Let's say hello to Austin. You're 97 on the ticket.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
So, I got season tickets for the first time this year with my dad. We're kind of up in the nosebleeds like that last caller. And we're kind of on the same two sentiments like you guys were just talking about. One, we bought the season tickets, like the light at the end of the tunnel is to go to the playoff game. Like, I don't know how we could not do it. But we're kind of hoping for that second scenario that, Constance, you were just talking about. Like, we get the second seed, we win the first game, and then we get to the second one. We might consider selling the second game if we get to that. But we're only like somewhere around 95% sure that we're going to this one because tickets about 5 rows in front of us, we're going for I think $750. And I mean we're up in the nosebleed, so tickets going for $750 a few rows in front of us. We could pay for most of our season tickets for next year with that.
Yeah, but I know the experience of going with your dad to 8 home games is great, and I'm not diminishing that at all. But to me, if you can't go to the playoffs, why even have season tickets? Sell some of those games, get some money, put in the bank, and wait for the playoffs.
Could have sold the primetime Denver game where the prices were starting to come up a little bit.
Yes.
Maybe. I think it's an interesting dynamic. He said he would keep the first, sell the second. I think most fan bases would do it in reverse, but because the Lions have waited so long, the first one is actually bigger than the second game.
And while you say that, all of a sudden they win that game, and suddenly your opinion changes a little bit.
Had a chance to win and go to the NFC title game?
I don't want to touch my 401k. I mean, come on, but this NFC title game, possibly, yes.
It's an exciting time. 248-539-9797. Lions tickets, playoff tickets, the prices, they are skyrocketing. We'll keep taking your phone calls and ticket texts. But Stoney, it is the end of the year. We are in the final days of 2023, and we like to do some year-end review stuff. Best and worst moments in sports. We'll do that next. 97.1.
2023 may be winding down, but you can be revving up in a brand new Chevy from Sarah Whalen Chevrolet. Hurry in now during their red tag sale and take advantage of $500 bonus cash on popular models like the legendary Silverado or the award-winning Equinox. And because they're the #1 volume Chevy dealer in the world, Sarah Whalen has a huge inventory of brand new Silverados and Equinoxes arriving daily that are ready for you to take home today. That's why they're always #1. So hurry into Sarah Whalen today during their red tag sale and get a 2024 off to a great start. Sarah Whalen Chevrolet, 17.5 in Van Dyke and Sterling Heights. Call 800-WHALEN-1 or go to sarahwhalen.com. Find new roads.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ 24-hour traffic center, accident-free, but the broken-down vehicle's going to have you tapping the brakes. Westbound I-94 and Michigan Avenue happens to block the right lane and right shoulder across that area. Let the expertise and skill of Mika Signatory Contractors and IBEW Electricians to work for your commercial, public, industrial, or residential construction project. Productivity and innovation matter. Learn more at poweringmichigansfuture.com. I'm Val Berry with traffic.
This is John Marks with an Honesty Sports Minute, sponsored by FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more. Micah Parsons is not happy. The Cowboys' edge rusher expressed frustration on his podcast and posted a pic of him being held against the Dolphins. His gripe isn't just that play. He hasn't drawn a holding call since week 6. 48 quarters, no holding calls. And with Parsons' pass rushing skills, that's almost impossible. Parsons has a right to be peeved. I'm John Marks.
As the weather gets colder, the NFL offers Stay Hot on FanDuel. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 moneyline bet. That's $150 if your team wins. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action. The app is so easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, spreads, player props, over-unders, and more. I like putting parlay bets together, hammering the overs, and anytime player touchdown bets always have me on the edge of my seat. So if you're ready to do the same, visit FanDuel.com/win and kick off the NFL season. That's FanDuel.com/win. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
21 plus and President, Michigan. First online real money wager, only $5 pregame money line wager required. First online real money wager, only $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
All right, holiday season is upon us, which means you might have some time off. Sports doesn't take a break. That's where FanDuel comes in right now. New customers, $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 money line wager. That's $150 if your team wins. And if you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time than now. We're in the sports solstice. Everything's going on. And FanDuel has more betting markets, more ways to play, spreads, props, over-unders. They got it all. So visit FanDuel.com/ticket and kick off the holiday season the right way. It's FanDuel, the official partner of the NFL and the official partner of 97.1 The Ticket. 21 and up, present Michigan. First online real money wager only. $5 pregame money line wager required. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issue. Non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. See terms. Sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
Denise has been playing jazz for 40 years. Last concert, one of the musicians fell sick with RSV. Respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, is a highly contagious virus that can lead to breathing problems. This time, she's choosing to help protect herself with Pfizer's RSV Vaccine, Abrysvo. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory tract disease caused by respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, in adults 60 years of age and older. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV Vaccine, Abrysvo, respiratory syncytial virus vaccine. For full prescribing information, please call 1-844-989-7284 or visit abrysvo.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
The Lions live on 97.1 The Ticket. And with the free Odyssey app, you can listen to your favorite Detroit announcers during every game. Turn down your TV and turn up Dan Miller, Lomas Brown, and TJ Lang.
Jared leans in, takes the snap, hands to Montgomery, heads down to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. They've got the lead back. David Montgomery against his former team.
It's easy to sync 97.1 The Ticket with the Lions on your TV. So download the free Odyssey app today. The latest on the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, and the MLB on the Boston Balls Podcast with Pat Caputo. Get it on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. Congratulations to the new NFC North Division champions, the 2023 Detroit Lions.
End of the year, time for reflection.
Yeah.
Sports year that was 2023 in Detroit. Let's have a little fun with it. Best moment, worst moment. What do you got?
All right, 248-539-9797. Well, we want to hear from you. We got the text as well, but we'd love to have a conversation, hear your best and worst sports. For the best, there haven't been that many. I'm going to say, because I was there, so it meant the most to me, was Moore's interception against Ohio State to sew up the victory. That was the relief. They're not going to blow this. They're undefeated.